Hello and welcome back to A Gay Man Plays The Outer Worlds Part 6. Hi everyone, my name's Meizi. We are part of the Daily Questers, Joseph and myself. I am trying to do a YouTube series and I'm still getting used to it. It's really weird. I'm not really used to talking like this and stuff. I have a new microphone, so I'm trying to tweak that. If it's really bad in this, I apologize. It's just the best I can do. And I don't really know the settings well enough to alter everything. Yeah. So we're heading to the Botanical Lab and we're gonna try and figure all that out with what's going on there. In the past episode, we helped eliminate some bounties and we cashed them in and now we're a deputy, so I don't know if that will mean something down the track, but hopefully it will. Okay, so we've arrived at the Botanical Lab. There's a huge sign and a lot of dead bodies. Oh, there's a person there. God, Grace. Romero?
Stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Don't mind me, just casually looting. Hi, Grace. Thanks for the kills and the loot. This sign is also sort of blinding, but really pretty. Oh my gosh, the detail on it. Okay.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Wow, Grace. That's very welcoming of you. I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Okay, Grace. Oh. Trouble with marauders.
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Yeah, upbeat, a little strange, loves Rizzos. Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in a marauder camp. I thought I met her. She was that weird girl just saying, handing out drugs.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, marauder camp? Is she alright?
She's become one of them, calls herself the Queen of the Marauders.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your gray. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Okay. I'll leave you be. Thanks, Grace. We'll quickly go do that. We know exactly where she is. So yeah, this is new for me. I'm still getting used to talking into a microphone. I have done Twitch streaming and stuff, but this is just new because you're not reactionary to anyone. You're not talking to anyone. You're just talking to yourself. A little bit weird. There. Oh, I felt that one. Metal piece is used to transfer force from an expanding gas to a crankshaft. Okay. Oh! Ah! Okay. Just casually nearly died. It's fine. I totally knew that there were mines here. Hi, Zoe.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Persuasion 25. I can't imagine you're happy out here. Food's awful, company's worse, and no serial dramas?
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer.
Wow.
I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
I don't really understand why you came out here. You don't often hear about people wanting to be like a marauder leader. Oh. I feel like I'm gonna step on one and it's just gonna like blow me sky high. Hello. Break down these. A movement mechanism from a limb of an automechanical. Can I get an automechanical like companion? Is that what all these parts are? Or are they just like scrap? I swear there was another body. Maybe I was wrong. I think I was wrong. I'm just gonna look over here and see if we can find anything before we head back. That's lava. For some reason I don't think lava's good. It'll probably kill me, but there might be something over there. Just quick save because I panic. I saw lava, I'm like, I'm gonna die. More primals. There's this tree that's on fire. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. To walk to a tree that was on fire. My bad. Ooh, pathway. Can't go up there, so we're gonna kill these.
Moving out.
How do I send her to attack it? Oh. It's X instead of F. Go reload. Heal yourself, Pravati. Well, she's doing great. Oh my gosh, Pavati hammered that. Well done, Pavati. Proud of you, girl. Where are you? Proud of you. Ooh. Okay. I wonder if killing all these like primals gets us something really good. They keep killing marauders though, which is interesting. Weapon parts, armor parts. Okay. I think we've checked out most of this. I'm gonna head back to the Botanical Lab. I don't know why I'm singing this. Could you call it singing? Probably not. Also, I'm really sorry if the quality in this video is not that great, like the sound quality, even just the video quality. I had to take a break from doing this because my family's been home because of COVID and everything. And pretty much like there was a lot of background noise and stuff. So I'm currently filming this at 3:45 a.m. when no one else is awake. I do have a different microphone now, so hopefully it picks up a lot less background noise and that might help. But yeah. Back to the Botanical Lab. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever.
To the secret lab. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever! Huh? Why do we even have that lever?
I love Yzma. Yzma? Yzma. Yzma's my fave. Also, I didn't notice this. Oh. Hell yeah. I reminded myself just then by hacking that I need to get my lockpicking up. Okay, Grace, we got Zoe back. This is very bright. Can we talk like over here? Okay, there we go.
What is it?
I've talked to Zoe. I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What
I really-
happened anyway?
I already told you. She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't heard her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much
See what
did
they
my
did there?
job for me.
I heard it.
Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I need to speak to Adelaide. Oh gosh, that startled me. We're level 7, guys. Level 7. Okay. We gotta find Adelaide. Wonder if there's anything around this town. Deserter, deserter. Thomas, camp. Deserter. How do I put my gun away? There we go.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
You okay? Is he dead? Is he actually dead? Is he breathing? I don't know. I can't tell. Did I just invade his privacy? Did I just walk into a person's home? My bad. Sorry. Have a good day. Bye. Let's talk to Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
It's Crush, for sure.
Are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Engineering 10. I'm gonna do that one. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
You mentioned 2 pads. What about the 3rd?
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say.
Okay. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
This guy's so kind. I should go. What is this? Oh, it's a workbench. Do we have anything for him?
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
You say... Actually, yeah. You say you pretended to be an engineer. How have you been getting away with it?
Luck, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Oh, I can swap out a water filter or charge up a battery and go on pretending I know what I'm doing, but the moment I'm asked to do any real engineering, I'm in trouble.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
This guy is so nice. Thomas, you're adorable. You and Parvati should get together, right, Parvati? What were you doing out there in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here.
See?
This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here, I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
He likes Pavani so much. I should go. Bye. Okay. Okay, gotta talk to Botanical Lady Adelaide. Hi, Adelaide. This is really pretty.
Gosh, it's so pretty.
Isn't it? Wow, you read my mind, honey. It is. I really like nature. It's like one of my favorite things. So I really, really like this like botanical lab idea thing that's going on. All right, let's talk to Adelaide. Hi, Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often.
Oh.
Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Okay. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
What's in the fertilizer? Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
I agree, honey. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
I agree.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Oh, how dare. I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I want to know if we can figure out what's in the fertilizer. As soon as she mentioned that, I was like, fertilizer? There's this secret fertilizer. We need to figure it out, guys. I want to know. I should probably level up. I'll level up real quick. Okay, so I've put, I think it was about 6 points into tech, so medical science engineering, and I put about 4 into persuasion, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can figure out. Do you reckon it's on these pieces of paper? Can we actually read these? No. Is this like against? Right.
Inside voices.
Okay, personal files, experimental notes. Open first entry. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Space's choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. Oh. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understood the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop, something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the eternal smile upon my endeavors. Open last entry. Last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power she really hates. I'm just saying, she really hates this corporate. And don't get me wrong, this corporation, but it's so messed up. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle, but I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Okay, so it's organic, so there's something involved. Okay, let's bypass. Okay, open first entry. We've just hacked in Silent Spring. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of salt tuna lingering on my tongue, day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out the earth. Last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Dissertation rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in the sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with the diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. So that must be Thomas. So this didn't give us any information, on how she's been experimenting. There must be something. I'm going to have a little look around and see if I can find anything, and I'll let you know if I do. So I was just perusing, and there was blood on this table, and then there was gold teeth. So I picked up the gold teeth. The only thing about that, though, is that it's collectible. No one saw me steal, right? The gold teeth. Do you guys remember when the hairdresser, I think it was, he like buried someone that had gold teeth, and that's how he's going to pay off his bills with the IOU, his gravesite fees? They're gold teeth. I reckon she's feeding the dead bodies of the workers. I think she's stealing their graves. She might be working with the grave guy. That would be cool. So we've hacked her computer, but I have no idea what's in the... I still think it's bodies. It has to be. Which is fine, because they're dead.
Anything else I can do for you?
You want to tell me what these gold teeth are for?
Haven't you ever seen a novelty paperweight?
Okay, perception. Your left eye twitches when you're trying to lie.
Whatever absurd accusations you have churning about in your mind, I assure you I have heard them all.
Reminds me of this guy I heard about. Someone named Eugene. He had gold teeth.
I remember a Eugene. Pleasant enough boy. Whatever happened to him?
Mm-hmm. You acting coy. Ooh, I could call her out. I never said anything happened to him.
I did nothing wrong. The teeth were harvested from a body that went cold long before my tools ever touched it. Gold does not decompose. The teeth had to be removed. And while I am no licensed dentist, I should think I did a fair job of it.
You're using decomposing bodies to fortify the soil and help your crops along.
I cannot tell you how refreshing it is to converse with a rational mind. That's exactly right. Rot is necessary for life. A corpse is bursting with the nutrients a young sapling craves. The crops I grow here are natural, nutritious, healthy. My garden does more than fill the bellies of my flock. It keeps them from falling ill.
You seem pretty calm for someone who just admitted to grinding up corpses for fertilizer. I think I'm actually going to ask what do you mean by that, because she mentions it keeps them from falling ill, and I'm curious as to why.
Do you see anyone ailing in my camp? Unlike the people in Edgewater, my flock don't fall sick with plague.
You seem pretty calm for someone who just admitted to grinding up corpses for fertilizer. I feel like that's heavy. I'll say you could help a lot of people in town.
I'd rather they learn to help themselves by leaving that dreadful town behind. The people in this camp all had the courage to walk away from the cannery, and you see how happy they are.
You could always teach them to farm.
The Vale's barren. Been that way for years. Soil's been sterile about as long as I can remember.
But you found a way to grow something.
All I did was follow nature's own way. Death is essential to life. When the spirit leaves the body returns to the earth from whence it came. What remains is a carcass moldering neath the soil. Decomposition is a natural process, essential to new life. All life feeds on other life.
Oh, I don't know if I want to ask Pavati. You've been quiet, Pavati. You have an opinion? She's using your friends as fertilizer.
Oh, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be glad to volunteer.
Yeah, I agree.
Keeping others alive, that'd be a beautiful gift to leave. But none of the folk you used had a say. You didn't ask, ma'am. And what about my dad? I talk to his grave every Saturday. Is he even there?
Robert is just where you left him, dear. He died too long ago. By now, he's naught but a skeleton.
Wow, that was a little bit cold, honey, but at the same time, you're not wrong. I need to think about this.
Whatever you say, my dear.
Let's just talk about something else.
I'm listening.
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the woman that saves the Vale. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the Vale? Question mark?
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Oh. Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
We've talked enough. Okay, so we know this has grown because of bodies, which is reasonable. I'm not really surprised, to be honest. Okay, so we have two things to do. We have to find the books for Thomas, And we have to go to the botanical... Wait, no, not the botanical lab, sorry. The geothermal plant to decide which direction the power's going in. Right now, I think I'm pretty stuck on like giving it to the botanical lab because I feel like they deserve it the most. But yeah, I'm going to talk to Stefan Garcia.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Well, she's freaking lying. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay. Okay, no, I don't want anything. Thank you, though. Okay. Let's try and make our way to the geothermal plant. Oh my god. I was just walking and I stopped and this thing scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
Thank you. These are snakes? They're boa constrictors? Oh wow. Oh, I'm so sorry. How would you constrict something though? You're so chunky. That sounded so insulting. I'm sorry, little boa constrictor. I believe in you. This is such a pretty game. I have no idea. I'm assuming like once we get our ship, we go to a different planet. Which I'm just curious to know what that looks like. I swear I saw something here, but I didn't. Okay. Let's kill these. Go, Pavati. How do I send it to attack? Attack.
On it.
There we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Please don't. That big one gave a lot of experience. Oh, Orthus is named? A ring. Tossball card. Another ring. Did it eat people? Another tossball card. Laminated. Increases rating against N-ray damage. And a security blade. Level 9. Wow. Oh, I think we're over encumbered. No. We've been doing so well. Dang it. So my inventory is still so full. I think I'm gonna have to clear my inventory before I head to this place. Alright.
Work your jaw on some music to my ears.
I'm going to clear everything out so I have plenty of room. Okay, so we've cleared out most of our inventory. Okay, so I've quickly, while I was trying to clear out my inventory, I came across Amelia Kim. And I wanted to give her another go and see if my persuasion was high enough to convince her to tell me what the hell was going on in town. So here we go.
We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Persuasion 26. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Disabused yourself? So you had a dream about being a scientist? What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up.
No.
I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be.
I disagree.
Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful.
No. You've been scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
It almost sounds like they beat her down to the point that she just lost faith to actually pursue any dream for herself. Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life.
Oh.
Your turn to tell me about yours.
Oh.
So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I already asked you not to bring that up around me. Change the subject or buy something.
What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Damn it, honey. Amelia is so difficult to work with. I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk.
You have every right to leave.
Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I feel like if I choose number 1, I don't think she's going to take it well. If I choose number 3, I don't think I'm going to get a point across. I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
I should go. Oh, I really wish there was a way to help her. Like, make her see what she's doing and what's happening around her is, like, bad. You know? Well, hopefully we can come back to that. That'd be good. So, we're back at the Geothermal Plant. After upgrading some... upgrading Pavati and my gear. Basically just selling as much stuff as we could from our inventory that we didn't need. We also spoke to Amelia, which I'll cut in. I was trying to get more out of her. I feel like there's more to her story that we just don't know. But yeah, I'm going to call it here for the part 6. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And it's always been a pleasure to play this with you guys. I hope you're all having fun. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.